Hi everyone, welcome to Snap Vegan. We're eating on the cheap, doesn't have to kill you. I'm Cathy, and this is Self-Isolation Edition, Episode 15. So, hi y'all. First thing is my Xbox controller broke. My left button came off, and I can't figure out how to put it back. So if you know of anybody that knows how to tell me what to do here, let me know. Hey, Michelle. Secondly, I went to Senior Pack today. I didn't record the haul because I brought a lot extra to put out at the table for my neighbors. They had bananas and apples and tomatoes and broccoli, fresh broccoli. Then there was a box, a pre-prepared box that had farmers. It was like a thing of farmers put together. And it had like 2 gallons of 2% milk, which I gave away. Fruit, canned fruit, canned tuna, gave that away. Anyway, it was really, really nice. And then I ran out to Walmart and used my healthy food card that, let me show you, that Humana sent me, which is another reason I am very glad that I changed over to the Humana health program. And that's what the card looks like. I don't know if you can see it very well. I got a lot of light going on over here. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And it's $25 a month. You get $25 a month for this healthy food card from Humana. And I used it. And it was so very handy, especially it being towards the end of the month. And I had to use it at the end of the month or lose it, right? So I got a big bag of kale. I got mixed greens with spinach, or spinach and mixed, what was it called? Spring mix and spinach in one thing. What else? I got some Gardein Ultimate burgers. They're really good. I like them better than Beyond, to tell you the truth. They just have a better flavor. They taste better. So I got some of that. And I got bread. And I got, I had to get my half and half from my coffee because, you know, I'm always going to have coffee. And I'm probably always going to put half and half in it. So that's my dairy thing, I suppose. I'm always probably do. Anyway, it came to like altogether maybe $31 or something like that. So the healthy food card took care of 25 of it, and the rest of it's on my food stamp. So, you know, with all that extra food stamp, my food stamp balance is now still $172.94. So, okay. And so, you know, I was, you know, going through the things I got from the food bank. And then, you know, so blessed and grateful for that. Because I did that before I went to the grocery store. And the broccoli was borderline starting to go yellow, but I just cut a bunch of it off. I even cut the stalks. I even diced the stalks up and made a pot of broccoli for dinner tonight. And I ate some of it, and it was fine. And, you know, it's they at Senior Pack, they gave away 3 big bunches of like really super green bananas. So, you know, they're not going to go bad anytime soon. And then, so instead of putting a bunch of bananas out on the table for the community to help my neighbors, I took them off one at a time. Put them on the table. And then went back to the house to get more. And by the time I came back, all of them were gone. It's like one person or 2 people took like all the freaking bananas. So I'm like, you know, and then I saw somebody walking down the hall with 2 bananas in their hand. I thought, okay, well, maybe not. But still, I had put like 3 tomatoes out there. And so anyway, I went back, put 3 more tomatoes out there, put more bananas out there. What else did I put something else out there. I put some canned fruit. Oh, canned fruit and that canned tuna thing. So I'm so glad that I was able to help my neighbors with that, even if it's a little bit, but, to have fresh fruit and a vegetable of sorts, even if it was tomatoes. Anyway, I ended up putting 6 tomatoes out altogether and 2 big bunches of bananas. And I kept a half, 2.5 really, because I kept a half a bunch of bananas. Because when they get ripe, I just freeze them and then I'll make me some nice cream later, with it. But I wanted to say I meant to come back for Memorial Day and say a little something, something, but I got busy. What, Austin? Oh, somebody's at the door. I ain't going. Austin, come. Austin, come. Anyway, so I know what it is. Somebody's leaving the coffee filters out on my shelf for me because I asked for coffee filters if anybody had them because my Keurig died. So finally, hey, you don't bark. No. I. Anyway, so what was? Oh, I meant to say a little something about Memorial Day, but I did get sidetracked, got busy. But for any family that has lost family in any active duty situation, I do send my deepest condolences. And Gold Star families, particularly. I'm so very sorry for your loss. And I know a lot of people said, oh, they made a sacrifice. They didn't sacrifice. They didn't want to die. It ain't like they want to die. They were killed in war that we didn't need to be in, except for, of course, Pearl Harbor, what followed after Pearl Harbor. So, because we were attacked. So, that's just my opinion. But I do want to express my condolences to family members of the fallen and let you know that I appreciate you and I'm familiar with what that kind of loss feels like. So, again, I express my sincere condolences and um, give you the utmost respect for um, the service your family members have given to our country in such an ungrateful nation. But anyway, so that's my apology for missing Memorial Day and what I wanted to say had I been here. And I wanted just to, get back and check in with you and let you know I'm okay. I had a little sore throat yesterday and I thought, but then I hit the turmeric and gurgled and, everything. I was fine. I'm fine. Been fine all day. Temperature is 97.4 this morning. It was 97.5 this afternoon. I'm okay. So I just wanted to, let you know that. I mean, I'm okay. The person that has COVID here messaged me on Facebook and told me that her doctor thinks that she had a false negative. So she never really tested positive. He just thinks she had a false negative because she has other conditions and she was very ill. So all this lockdown and stuff, she never really tested positive. So he ordered a antibody test for her. So if she comes back with antibodies, well then it was a false negative and she did have it, but she's been asymptomatic. She said she hadn't had any symptoms and she's fine. And then, but if she doesn't have antibodies, it means it was an actual negative test. So anyway. Oh, and about our mail, I gotta tell you, they're holding our mail at the post office. I'm like, okay, this reasoning doesn't make sense. So here you go. Here's my reasoning on why are you holding our stuff at the post office. Here's why. We have a cluster of mailbox in our lobby. Okay. So it ain't like she has to go to every single apartment and put mail in. She just opens the thing, puts the mail in, locks it up, walks out the door. No contact. No contact mail delivery already. And then if there's a delivery, they walk it up, leave it at our door. No contact. They don't knock on the damn door anyway. They just leave it at the door. Now, if I didn't have that informed delivery, because since she scans it at my door, I get a notification that my mail has arrived, and then I'll go get it. So, we have no contact mail delivery as it is. So what they did is now they're making us go to the post office and pick up our mail. I'm like, that makes no sense. First I called and they said, well, you have an active case. I'm like, well, yeah, but she's quarantined. And it ain't like you got to see us anyway. So I need you to rethink your position on this. Because instead of no contact, like was what we have had, cluster box, and leaving their stuff at the door, now you're inviting 52 people and their people that live with them to your tiny little post office to come into contact with all of your people, all of your employees, touch all of your surfaces, and your patrons. So what's the bigger risk here? Come in and do no contact, like you've always done, no contact? Or make 70 people show up at your doorstep that you really don't know, and you have to see us? Makes no sense at all. What do I always say? Michelle says, "From the food man and my neighbors as well." I am so glad, Michelle. We all need to be doing that. Because, you don't know who's getting out. And I told the post office, I says, senior people here, like elderly seniors, they can't get out to go pick up their medicine. That's why they have it delivered. And now they can't get their medicine. And believe it or not, there are people here that don't have family, don't have rides. Like my insurance company. My insurance company will pay for a ride to the doctor's office or a ride to the hospital. But they're not going to pay for me to go to the post office. I mean, come on. So, it's just freaking crazy. Hand sanitizer. Hey, Vaughn. So I don't know. So he says, well, I'm sure it'll resume soon. We just have to wait for our district office. I'm like, well, let your district office know that all of y'all, I mean, it's not just one mail carrier now, it's all your clerks, all your customers to come in, because you want 70 of us to show up at your door and you don't know what we got or not. Before, you didn't have to see us at all. Now you're inviting it to you. You're bringing it to you. So, please let district office know, their line of thinking is a little wonky. But anyway, I want to let you know. And also, like I said, my controller, my left button broke off. If you know of anybody that could help me get this back on, it doesn't look like there's any plastic broken off, but I can't figure out how to get it back on. So if you know anybody, message me on my Facebook page, and because I love my Xbox. So I'm sure it's easy. I just don't know how. I ain't figured it out. So maybe I'll look for some videos, but I didn't see any. But anyway, and then after my trip to Senior Pack today, and after I gave the food to my neighbors, I look at my refrigerator and I about broke into tears. I tell you why, a lot of people think that COVID money was, I don't know, but it was such a blessing. It provided for all of my needs in the well-being department anyway. A lot of things I would like to want and whatever, but it definitely took care of my car, my transportation. It took care of my food. I was able to get me a couple of shirts and you know things for around the house. And I look in my refrigerator, and there is I want for nothing in healthy food department right now. It is so. I think the first time in a very long time that I have more than like four choices. So, you get used to eating the same thing, same thing, same thing. Rice, beans, kale, collards, Brussels sprouts, whatever. And now I've got like tons of options, and I will be nibbling on all of that. But so blessed and grateful that that they upped our food stamps to let us get that food. I'm blessed and grateful that my neighbors told me about this Humana plan to where I could get the over-the-counter stuff, and this is the digital thermometer like I got through there, and my Fitbit and everything else, and all the things that took care of my personal needs um, that I could not have had otherwise. So I highly recommend Humana Gold Plus for a special needs program if you have Medicare and Medicaid and you're disabled. You qualify. Those things, the over-the-counter ability to order $240 worth of personal needs, which I explained to you before. It included pads and denture adhesive and you name it, it included it. And I was just, I look around the house now, and it's like, other than my coffee pot crapping out on me, but I got a backup. I have a backup. I just need those cone coffee filters, which I went to Walmart today, and they didn't have any. But I'm gonna, when we get paid next Wednesday, I'm gonna go get one of those permanent filters, what do they call them, tone or something? They're gold. But that way I just get a cone filter and just use it all the time. And it's kind of nice to have like a whole pot of coffee and not have to make a cup every single time. So I don't know. It's just that, again, for the first time in a very long time, there's nothing I can say that I need to have right now. And praise God. Praise God and all the angels He sent my way to collectively make that happen over time. And just wow. Just wow. I am so blessed and grateful and thankful for my subscribers and my new subscribers. I know I have been doing cooking videos. I just, I don't know, didn't want to be seen alive. I got some new tofu today, new company, so it's in the freezer getting frozen, and then after that freezes, I'll try to make a little something, and with it. But it's a new brand. It's not Soya. It's not a familiar brand, but I thought I'd try. Oh, excuse me. Had a little gasp of air there. But I just, in all of this pandemic situation, and I tell you what, had it not been for that $1,200 blessing that got sent our way, some people complain about it or whatever else, and I don't know, some people might, excuse my expression, piss the money away. But I didn't piss it away. I used it for things I needed to have and to prop up things around the house. And, I could probably use it one more time, but I don't, I mean, there's like two more things to do on my car, but since I'm not driving my car much, it's not a priority like right now. And so it's amazing how that $1,200 boost took care of so much um, that had been a big weight on me for a really long time. And so um, I don't know. I just am blown away that I'm sorry why we got the check. I'm sorry it was necessary because of the situation. But it sure was a shot it was a shot in my arm. And I'm sure for many other people who was one car repair away from not being able to go back to work when you could go back to work. Can't go, the car's broken down. Well, now you got $1,200, you can get your car fixed. Or some people had to pay rent. Or however to use the money, it had to have helped. And I'm 62 years old. Other than like 300 piddly dollars, maybe a couple times in my lifetime that the government's given out $1,200. Thank you, Bernie. He made that happen. He asked for 2,000. They negotiated down. But I'm grateful. I am so grateful. I hope you are too, and I hope in times when we're going through difficult situations that there's some light. Excuse me. There's some light that can be seen from it, and we are, or can be that light for somebody else. Even if it's just the simple things, like Michelle says, you get a little extra at the grocery store or go to the food bank, pick up stuff you don't necessarily need, give it to your neighbor. They need it. Like today, the milk that came over my order, I went knocking on the door. You need some milk? You need some milk? You need some milk? Found somebody who wanted milk. So, gave them the milk. And because they didn't get out. They didn't drive. We can't have visitors. So, that was a blessing to somebody else. So, we could be that little bit of light in someone's life, just kind of try to find a way to make that happen. And I just want to let all of you know, too. I mean, maybe this is just a gratitude thing, but I am so grateful. Excuse me. I am so grateful for all the assistance and love you guys sent my way over the last couple of years. And, praise God for the angels among us. And I didn't want to let you think that I took that for granted, not one bit. But I'm thankful and I'm grateful. And I want to let all of you know that I love you and that, in all of the things we go through and every day and illnesses and trying to get back to better health and the struggles we go through and the depression and everything else that we go through, that, we're going to be okay. It ain't going to be easy, but we're going to be okay. And my subscribers here have been like the light, the light, the angels that come in. We can be that light. So it's up to us to pay things forward whenever we can. And I hope you'll do that. I don't just talk about random acts of kindness. I'm an active participant whenever I'm able to. And I make it a point to do just that. So I want everybody to know here that you're loved. And I'm thinking about all of you. Of course, that's why I'm here, to let you know. And so thank you. Thank you all for hanging in there with me and hanging in there with your friends and everyone else. And um, I'm just so grateful for your spirits and for your loving and kind ways with other people. So keep up the good work. Hope you give this video a thumbs up and know that I love you, that you are loved. You're not alone at all in this thing we call life, that we hit the bumps and the roadblocks and the door smacks in our face. I mean, you're not alone. And, we have each other. Tap in. So come on over to my Facebook page. Let's talk, whatever, over there in the moments in between videos and what have you. But know you're loved and thought of often. I have at my side all the time, all the time. I have the cards that you send me. You know, I keep them in my living room. I have them taped to my opening doors, and I keep every card you send me, everybody. And I'm just blessed and grateful for your kindness and your good and generous spirit. So thank you again, and I want to make sure you all knew that. I know I've rambled on and talked about 5,000 different things right now, but I did want to close on that you are loved, and I appreciate and am so very grateful for your friendship and your kindness. And please be good to one another and pay your blessings forward. Have a good day, everybody. Mwah.